Welcome to our list of the top 10 culture shocks to expect in Europe. From diverse traditions to unique social norms. Europe is a continent rich in history and culture that can surprise even the most seasoned travelers. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating cultural differences that you may encounter when visiting various European countries. Get ready to be amazed by the unexpected customs, etiquette, and practices that make each European destination truly one of a kind. So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be enlightened as we delve into the top 10 culture shocks awaiting you in Europe. Let's dive in. Number 10. Varied attitudes towards time and punctuality. In Europe, attitudes towards time and punctuality can vary significantly from country to country. Some cultures place a strong emphasis on being punctual, while others have a more relaxed approach to timekeeping. This cultural difference can be surprising for visitors, especially those accustomed to strict schedules. In countries like Germany and Switzerland, being on time is highly valued and considered a sign of respect. On the other hand, in places like Spain and Italy, it's more common for events to start later than scheduled. This cultural contrast in attitudes towards time and punctuality can lead to interesting observations and experiences for travelers navigating through different European countries. Number 9. Smoking culture, including indoor smoking in some countries. Smoking culture in Europe can be a notable culture shock for visitors, particularly in countries where indoor smoking is still prevalent. While smoking restrictions have been implemented in many European nations, there are still places where smoking indoors, including in restaurants and bars, is accepted or even common practice. This can be surprising for travelers coming from regions with stricter smoking regulations. The cultural acceptance of smoking in certain European countries may create a unique atmosphere for those unfamiliar with such practices. It's essential for visitors to be aware of these cultural differences to navigate social situations comfortably and respectfully while experiencing the diverse smoking cultures across Europe. Number 8. Lack of air conditioning in many places. One culture shock that visitors to Europe may encounter is the lack of air conditioning in many establishments, especially compared to regions where it is more common. While some European countries have embraced air conditioning in modern buildings, older buildings, restaurants, and public transportation may not always be equipped with this amenity. This can be surprising for travelers, particularly during the hot summer months when temperatures can soar. The absence of air conditioning in certain places may require visitors to adapt to warmer indoor environments and rely on alternative methods to stay cool. Understanding and accepting this cultural difference can enhance the overall travel experience and provide insight into the unique challenges faced in regions where air conditioning is not as prevalent. Number 7. Cultural diversity within short distances. One fascinating aspect of Europe that can be a culture shock for visitors is the incredible cultural diversity within short distances. Traveling from one European country to another can often feel like stepping into a completely different world, with distinct languages, cuisines, traditions, and customs just a short journey away. This proximity of diverse cultures allows travelers to experience a rich tapestry of heritage and history in a relatively small geographical area. The seamless blend of contrasting cultures within close proximity is a unique feature of Europe that sets it apart from other continents. Exploring the cultural diversity within short distances can be both eye-opening and enriching, offering a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of European societies. Number 6. Strict adherence to queuing and personal space. In Europe, a culture shock that many visitors encounter is the strict adherence to queuing etiquette and personal space boundaries. Europeans generally value order and respect in queues, with individuals patiently waiting their turn in an organized manner. This emphasis on queuing etiquette can be a stark contrast for travelers from regions where queuing may be less structured. Additionally, Europeans tend to have a greater sense of personal space, with a preference for maintaining physical distance in public settings. This cultural norm can be observed in various situations, such as public transport, shops, and tourist attractions. The emphasis on queuing in personal space reflects the importance placed on courtesy and consideration for others in European societies. Number 5. Public nudity in saunas and beaches. One cultural aspect that can surprise visitors to Europe is the acceptance of public nudity in saunas and on certain beaches. In countries like Finland, Germany, and parts of Scandinavia, it is common practice to be nude in saunas, where clothing is considered unnecessary for hygiene reasons and to fully experience the benefits of the sauna. Similarly, some European beaches have designated clothing optional areas where nudity is widely accepted. This cultural norm may initially be shocking for travelers from regions with more conservative attitudes towards nudity. The openness towards public nudity in saunas and beaches reflects the relaxed and liberal attitudes towards the human body in certain European cultures, providing a unique experience for those willing to embrace this aspect of European lifestyle. Number 4. Formality in addressing people, especially in Eastern Europe. A culture shock that visitors may encounter in Eastern Europe is the emphasis on formality when addressing people. In countries like Russia, Poland, and Hungary, there is a strong tradition of using formal titles and last names when speaking to others, especially in professional or unfamiliar settings. This formality extends to greetings and interactions, where using appropriate titles and showing respect through language is highly valued. Compared to some Western cultures where first names are commonly used in casual conversations, the adherence to formalities in Eastern Europe can create a sense of distance or respect, depending on the context. Understanding and adapting to these cultural norms can help visitors navigate social interactions smoothly and show appreciation for the local customs and traditions. Number 3. Siesta culture in some countries. One intriguing cultural aspect in certain European countries is the tradition of the siesta, a midday break typically taken after lunch to rest and recharge. Countries like Spain, Italy, and Greece are known for their siesta culture, where shops, businesses, and sometimes even entire towns may close down for a few hours in the afternoon to allow people to relax and escape the heat of the day. This practice reflects a slower pace of life and a focus on work-life balance in these regions. Visitors may find it surprising to encounter closed establishments during siesta hours, but embracing this cultural norm can provide a glimpse into the importance of relaxation and taking time for oneself in these Mediterranean societies. Number 2. Different meal times, such as late dinners. A notable cultural difference that can surprise visitors in Europe is the variation in meal times, particularly the tradition of late dinners in some countries. In places like Spain, Italy, and Portugal, it is common for dinner to be served much later than in other parts of the world, with restaurants often not filling up until well past 8 or 9 p.m. This cultural norm reflects the Mediterranean lifestyle, where meals are seen as social events to be enjoyed leisurely with family and friends. The concept of late dinners may initially challenge the dining habits of visitors accustomed to earlier meal times, but embracing this cultural practice can lead to memorable culinary experiences and a deeper appreciation for the local way of life. Number 1. Kissing on the cheeks as a common greeting. A prevalent cultural practice in many European countries that often surprises visitors is the tradition of kissing on the cheeks as a common form of greeting. This customary gesture, known as the kiss on the cheek or ear kiss, varies in the number of kisses exchanged and the side of the cheek first touched, depending on the country and region. In countries like France, Italy, and Spain, this form of greeting is a sign of warmth, friendship, and respect. The act of kissing on the cheeks as a greeting can create a sense of intimacy and connection between individuals, even those meeting for the first time. Embracing this cultural norm allows visitors to engage in a traditional and heartfelt way of welcoming and interacting with locals in Europe. In this exploration of the top 10 culture shocks to expect in Europe, we've uncovered a fascinating array of customs and traditions that can surprise and delight travelers. So, pack your bags, open your mind, and embark on a journey of cultural exploration in Europe that will leave you forever changed. Make sure to check more of our videos.